Welcome everyone, Z11 here back with another video. In this video, well, as you can see from the title, this is my top 5 Dragon Ball Z games of all time. Coming in number 5, we're going to have Dragon Ball Z Sagas. This is one of my favorite games for a couple of reasons. I love the way how this game interacted back then, especially for like a game. I was a GameCuber back then, and I played this game majority of the time on GameCube, and I really enjoyed it. I love the fact that you can go solo and co-op and missions. I love the little Super Saiyan bar at the bottom of what you see with Gohan. I love the fact with the Sensu beam. I love just everything about this game. I really enjoyed. Then on top of that, they had a bunch of characters, but like there weren't different characters. It was like different characters of the character. As you see right here, you got Gohan, Trunks, Broly, and it was just a really good game in general. For a game that came out in like 2006, 2004, like around that time or whatnot, this game really had good graphics, and I love the fact, I just loved how the gameplay was. Being able to teleport, being able to go in 3D, fly around in 3D, have teammates with campaign missions. It was just really fun in my opinion, and I really enjoyed this game very much. Okay, now before I even decide to tell you why this is number 4 on this list, just watch this intro. Best intro I've ever seen. Okay, so now that the intro's out of the way, let's talk about why I really love Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. So one thing that I really loved about this game was the character selection. They decided to take movies of Dragon Ball Z and non-canon clips and a whole nother series, GT, which is still not canon, but they decided to take those and add all of those together, all into one game. And back then, that was the most eye-opening, jaw-dropping thing I have ever heard of. Like the fact that I was able to now start to play with Broly, Oob, and Omega Shenron, that really made me so excited to play this game back when I was a kid. Now right now, it's just like, oh, okay, but like back then, I was a kid at the time. It was just like, wow. Then on top of that, they decided to add in Super Saiyan 4 of both Goku and Vegeta. That really made me so excited, because like me and my brothers and my cousins, we will always pick these two and have like a little battle to the showdown. Now one thing I really did like about this game that wasn't in any other game was the fact that you could have a red aura in the game, and basically if you hit somebody while you're red with like a heart attack, you can do some type of special move. And you have to play some type of tic-tac-toe or button pressing game to basically win. And I feel like that was really fun, and that was way better than button mashing, because I would always lose because I wasn't good at button mashing. So the fact that I realized that they made another way to win something like that really made me really more excited into the game. So yeah, that's why this comes in number 4. Okay, now before I get the hate of saying why Budokai 2 is number 3 and Budokai 3 is number 4, let me explain. Now, I will admit, Budokai 3 has a better fighting mechanics than Budokai 2. Of course, it is a newer version of the game. It's supposed to have some type of feature that's better than the previous game. But Budokai 2 has something that Budokai 3 ended up lacking. So not only did they have these different types of transformations that if you mess up, something bad will happen to the fusion, or if you get it right, the fusion will go straight or whatnot. They also had different fusions between different people. Like as you can see right now, Hercules and Goku, like you have never seen that in the anime until you played this game. So that really made this game really fun, cause like if you mess up your fusion, then you will get some consequences. But if you do it right, then everything will go right. And Tiancha, that was something that was really nice. I've never seen that before, and I actually really enjoyed that. Even though he wasn't that strong, he was okay. Then on top of this, something that I really love that they did with Super Buu was the fact that they made it so Super Buu had multiple different absorptions of people. Like we seen him in the anime suck up Gohan and Gotenks. Right, so they have those forms in the game. But then it goes and then Frieza? Like, what? When I first saw this, I was like, this cannot be real. Never, how would they even form something like that? Then on top of that, they got Cell too. So not only the worst villain, but the second worst villain for the Dragon Ball Z sagas. And then on top of that, they got Tiancha in there. They just have so many different things for Buu. And I really like that about Budokai 2. And finally, they have Vegeta, which is being ignorant. I'm actually about to replay that. I want y'all to hear what Vegeta says.
Top dog, bite them all. Yeah, I'm burning it up. DPGC, you should be turning it up. CBT, LB.
I love how Vegeta just sat there and took it like a G. Props to you. Props to you, Vegeta. Got sucked up and didn't even care. Props to you. But before we finish this, let me finish watching this, show y'all this amazing intro. Majority of people who play Dragon Ball Z game will say that Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2 is one of the best Dragon Ball Z games of all time. And I totally agree with that. This comes at number 2, but I still believe that this is one of the most greatest Dragon Ball Z games of all time. One of the main reasons why I believe that this is the best Dragon Ball Z game of all time is the fact that they had all the characters from Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z to Dragon Ball GT, including Taepom, Omega Shenron, Janemba, Hirudegan, Pikkon. They had everybody. This has all the characters in it, except Budokai Tenkaichi 3 that also had all the characters. But this was the first one before that. And honestly, I don't like Budokai Tenkaichi 3. I don't know, it just feels more different. So I feel the same way other people feel. That's why Budokai Tenkaichi 2 is one of the best available games out there for Dragon Ball Z. If you have no idea about this game, I highly recommend that you go and play Budokai Tenkaichi 2. This is really one of the most high-paced Dragon Ball Z games of all time. And it was so fun to play, especially with friends. That's what made this game a lot funner. And battle mechanics for this game was also something that was really fundamental for Dragon Ball Z players. The fact that you were able to make your own combos, and it wasn't easy to do it either. You actually had to memorize your own combos and special moves and realize what the special moves do in order to make a long-going combo. Hands down, I honestly, if you are a true Dragon Ball Z fan when it comes down to games or whatnot, this should be either in the top 1 or 2. No matter what it is, this game is number 1 or number 2 in the list. This game was just so fun. And if you understand how fun this game is because you paid it for yourself, you totally understand where I'm coming from. That is what makes this game comes at number 2 on this list. Okay, so I know everybody's going to be like, Zay11, why is Raging Blast 2 number 1? This game was terrible. It wasn't even all that good. Then you need to understand this is opinion based, and this is one of my all-time favorite Dragon Ball Z games ever. Oh, they lacked in characters because they didn't add in GT or any other non-canon except Broly and Pikkon and Janemba. But they did recover with that by adding in Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3 Broly. And on top of that, they even added in Turbo. Now, otherwise than the characters, I really did enjoy the gameplay of this game. This game really symbolizes from Budokai Tenkaichi 2 and 3 by the way its moves are set up. Honestly, I kind of feel like this is a better version graphic wise than Budokai Tenkaichi 2. And I love Budokai Tenkaichi 2. I already told you why, so I think that's the reason why I really love this game so much. The graphics are good and the fighting styles are good, and also the special moves on this game I absolutely adore. I feel like they did a really good job with these special moves. So yeah, this is really my all-time favorite Dragon Ball Z game, period. I will never find another Dragon Ball Z game like this until they come out with something similar to Raging Blast 2. Honestly, my feelings was hurt after playing Raging Blast 2 because I really felt like they was gonna come out with a Raging Blast 3, which would have been so amazing. But hey, it didn't happen. So yeah, guys, that is my top 5 best Dragon Ball Z games of all time. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Comment on what your top 5 is. Comment if you have something to say to me. Comment your expressions, your feelings. I want it all in the comment section below. So yeah, guys, that is it, and I will see you guys in another video.
You're full.